And let's just put it in here. Then we have lemon drop for the regular one, which is regular extend basic. Whoops. Oh man, I messed up. Edit, select all. Copy. All right, so if we're going to run this program, this is lemon drop. You guys have probably seen this. It's loading and everything. So what this allows you to do is you move the joystick back and forth like you normally do. It's getting ready to run. Yeah, it's an old program. Just something I found. I missed again. I'm not standing right in front of it, so this is joy motion right here. But the thing is, though, it's tied into the sprite movement. I just missed.
So the other side just keeps going sometimes.
Yeah, so they're both tied together. I got both of them at the same time. The main thing what I wanted to do is I have a lockout whereby, here's what the problem was. Before when I had the joystick just move it around, so it just moved the sprite like this for you. Noisy. When I was just moving the sprite around like this, my problem is it would move up and down the way I had it before. So I had to put the indexes in so you can put a 0 in on the thing. So if you go to the J lemon drop and view it, and when you look for the joystick, it's right here. Joy motion. What it does is it has a 0, which means it doesn't move the sprite up and down. It just moves it left and right. That's why you can change the index. But it does it for you automatically. It puts the 0 in for you, and it puts the other one in. So you normally have to do a call motion, putting the numbers for the interpretation of the joystick movements like X and Y, all that crap for the row and stuff like that. And it does it automatically for you. So it makes more sense. It's what TI should have done with the joystick. The last one we'll go with is, I guess we won't do any more of those. I just wanted to show you what I was doing and, keep it brief. So that's joy motion, and I have another one called joy locate, but I don't have any demos for it. The reason why is because I couldn't find very many games using locate. Here's the problem with locate. Normally when you have a locate, you want to move a sprite to a particular location on the screen, and the problem you run into with locate is there are not a lot of games that do that, except for V character or horizontal character. They move the horizontal character, so they use those in using sprites because joy locate is built based on dot rows, and there's 256 across. Well, it doesn't work very well with rows. They only have 32. So you have to do a calculation. I got around that. What I decided to do was I said, okay, fine. Oops. Added too many letters. So all this does is it shows you the numbers for, like if I press the fire button, it tells you the key. Okay, here's another problem that I ran into. Let's say you're doing the fire button, right? And you want it to work, but it's scanning on the entire keyboard. Well, say you're making a flight simulator. Well, why do you have to do a key scan along with the joystick just to find what key was pressed? If I press a key, it should just tell me what key I pressed, right? So if I push a key, whatever that key may be, it should just report that key. That makes a lot more sense than just the fire button. Because then you have to do a separate one for the fire button, because a call key for the fire button and a call key for the keys.
So every instruction takes more time in between each movement.
Yeah, so I added. So I added more. And what I did with the joystick was I did this. So you can do the keyboard, and you can hit a keyboard key at the same time. The damn thing still works all at the same time. So you can do several things at the same time with one command. And then it reports the direction. One of the things I always thought was really stupid, did you see this -4 right here when you move the joystick? Why the hell did they pick -4? And 4. Could you come up with a more stupid way of doing it? I mean, a 1 would make sense, or a -1, because 1 minus 1. Why 4? What the hell? Why? So I got around this because it does report you the -4 if you want to know what it is in the X and Y. That's what those numbers are. Now, that's the X and Y. The number in the center right here, the 255, that's your, yeah. And then the last one is your locations. So it presents your location. You notice how the locate gets updated each time you move the, and then you can do an index, which is really kind of cool. If you go to index, this is where it gets weird. Pick a number. 50? Okay, 50 it is. So we'll go to 130. We're going to change that to 50s. So it's going to go 50 pixels at a time instead of 8. So now instead of 8 pixels, it's doing 50 pixels. And it updates the position. So this command right here is the same thing as if you said call joystick, if then else, if a fire button is pressed, then go to a line number. That's where the fire comes from in the program, if you look at it. It actually knows that there's a fire button pressed, and so it does an if then else for you for the fire. And it does something else too. It adds in the index to the location of the sprite automatically. Now if you use a V character, you just divide by 32. There's your value. And it also does an index by changing something else too. It checks the numbers. So you can't do something off screen, it wraps. So if you go up or down, it wraps. It doesn't crash. Extended Basic would crash. The same thing with joy motion, works the same way, it wraps. I may include a command where you can add something into it where actually you can set up boundaries if you want to. You can use it if then else yourself to do it. It does the same thing. So that's anyways joystick. The joystick, I wanted to fix the joysticks because they're a problem. They always have been a problem. And for extended basic games, you can add this command in. So if you look at your game, you can add in joy motion or joy locate and speed the game up, make it behave a little bit better, a little faster. That's the whole point of me working on extended basic.
Sounds like you're writing more to the joystick and less to the keyboard too.
I'm writing for the user.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more like the from what you're saying, it sounds like the keyboard is an old extended basic. You always needed the keyboard to write to the joystick. And
Kind of.
in this, it sounds like you're trying to get around that.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix all the problems.
I'm trying to do one call instead of 6 calls. Basically, every time you check the joystick, it does at least 2 internal, and then to move the motions, to change to locate, it's still another more commands.
It makes it even worse because then you have to add in the calculations. Because if you look at a regular program, you're going to see like 3 calculations they have to do before they even move the damn sprite. So you move your joystick, then it has to do 3 calculations, then it moves the sprite. It's like
condensing.
That's why games in extended basic are so sluggish and jerky, because they're doing all this math and they're doing all these commands just to move your guy one.
Or like the 300 kilobyte basic game that takes like 10 minutes to load.
It's just a load, yeah.
Yeah, it's just horrible thing. So I just wanted to add some things that I'm working on. Cool. Down the line here, I want to add in something else. I've been working on the ROMs and Tippy. We were talking about Tippy, and it's a possibility to add an extra ROM to the extended basic, like an RXB or extended basic, and add in a Tippy assembly language routine built in. So it just switches to the ROM when you want to use it.
The dedicated ROM for the RXB cartridge for the Tippy.
Yeah, or we could do extended basic. I mean, if you're willing to modify the extended basic, there's a few lines you'd have to change extended basic. You could actually have 3 ROMs or more.
Yeah, part of the problem with extended basics is out of room. Like I said, you're adding things and you're having to take.
Oh, in RXB? Yes, I'm out of room. I'm actually in a wall.
Yeah. So, you know, we can only add so many features to the memory model that was originally set up. So you have to go to something like the Uber ROM, which has more ROM space and more ROM space, and you can keep adding to it that way. But just the original cartridge only had
40K.
RAM.
I had 40K. I had 40K to work with, and so I've hit the limit of the 40K. The REA takes up there's only 6 bytes left.
Yeah.
And GROM 3 now is 8 bytes left.
Does RXB 2018 still have the Rich's EXA or XA?
REA?
REA.
Yeah, rich header assembler. Yeah, it's still there. But I may have to move it to a different GROM. That'd give me 8K more GROM, and I could go to town with that. Or we could go the other way, like add an assembly.
Do an Uber GROM card. Do an Uber GROM card.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Get the boom.
We've already released the older version of RXB on the Uber ROM as a standalone cartridge.
The 2015.
Yeah. And so there's plenty of room to keep adding new stuff in the Uber ROM, but not in any other cartridges. Even the final ROM doesn't have more. It only has.
What are the distinct differences between those two? The final ROM.
Well, the final ROM loads images off the SD card, whereas the Uber has flash memory that is flashed from a program.
Okay.
So you have to program it either from an EEPROM program, or for GROM you can actually load using a utility. You can load ROMs into the app element using what is it called, GROM load.
GROM loader, GPL
Yeah,
loader.
you can change the ROMs on the TI, but you can't change the ROM part on the TI. So you have to pop that chip out.
What was the name? What was the name of the GRAM card that they used to have from Germany that had a ROM 0 on it too?
Super Space.
GRAM card, yeah.
The GRAM card has ROM 0 on one also, but it only has 80K. So
It doesn't have ROM though. It doesn't have ROM 0, the operating system.
no, it just says GROM.
And Tracy and I have been talking back and forth about he wants to rewrite the operating system of the ROM 0 for the TI and fix some of the problems it has.
Wasn't there? I have a version. I don't even know if the disk still works. Of something like OS 99. I mean that.
Yeah, I have OS 99 too.
Yeah, that's
They
just
had done
an
something
overlay
like
on top of the operating system. It's just a perfect.
It just fires up and just takes over. It's like
not
4A
the
DOS.
actual- it's
4A
not
DOS
actually
is the same thing.
rewriting the actual.
No,
console.
it's like 4A DOS, the same thing.
Cool thing about these old computers is you can always just ignore the operating system completely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. How do I get rid of BASIC? I want a TI that doesn't have BASIC in it.
Just don't use it.
Yeah.
Use RXB. RXB runs everything BASIC. There's nothing in BASIC. We've only had one problem with BASIC since 2001. RXB has run BASIC, and we've only run one problem. And the guy had to do something freaking illegal on purpose to cause it a problem. He used a print command that only works in BASIC. It doesn't work anywhere else. It doesn't work in extended BASIC. Doesn't work in RXB. And he found one problem. Not my fault.
Something nobody else does.
Yeah.
But
Well, Cool.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
by
that's-
making the game boot faster, which is
You know, that's the thing though. You know, if we get some like new blood in the TI community, the first thing they'll probably try to do is, you know, do something in BASIC. You know, and